welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be doing a brief biography of William Rauscher. Now again, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. When I do a biography, my purpose isn't to give you every event that occurred, my purpose isn't to write a biography. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to call your attention to someone. That's all my purpose is. So I want to give you a little history on William Rauscher. He was born in 1932. He passed away very recently. As I record this, it is July 2024. He passed away in 2024. We just lost him, and it's a shame. It's a shame because I've been a follower of his for many years. In fact, when he passed away, I got emails from all over the place. It's funny, people think that somehow he and I were related, or that we understood each other, or we knew each other, or something, because he's a magician and a minister, and I'm a magician and a minister. So we have that in common. We both have a passion for magic as a performance art, and we both have a passion for the ministry. And by the ministry, I mean the Christian ministry. So we do share that in common. Ideologically, we're not necessarily on the same page, but I resonate with his words, and I resonate with his values, and I resonate with a number of his works, and I want to show you at least 3 of them right here. He's done many more. I've got more than 3, but these were my favorites, and so I want to share them with you. The Reverend Canon William Rauscher, magician, psychic researcher, biographer, and Episcopalian priest who served as rector of Christ Church in Woodbury, New Jersey for 36 years. If you know anything about serving in ministry, that's like Cal Ripken, okay? It's an outstanding achievement. It's difficult to serve in ministry. It's demanding. It's you're never off. You're never on vacation. It's very, very challenging, but he managed to do that for 36 years. God bless you, William Rauscher. Many reached out to me as we shared this common passion, and I appreciate all those emails that I received. Thank you so much. For years, Bill served as president of Spiritual Frontiers Foundation, SFF, an organization focused on the implications of psychic phenomenon for religion. At its peak, the Spiritual Frontiers Fellowship. The Spiritual Frontiers Fellowship had 6,000 members. Bill was a member of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, Order of Merlin Excelsior. He was also a collector of magic and owned and performed the Flight of Time, which was the last illusion invented by Harry Houdini. He wrote 17 biographies of magicians. 17. He was an incredibly prolific writer. He was elected to the Society of American Magicians Hall of Fame. In 1991, he received the Milbourne Christopher Foundation Award for his contributions to magic. In 2007, the Christopher Literary Award. In 2023, Lifetime Achievement Award from the Magic Castle Academy of Magical Arts and Sciences in Hollywood, California. Now, some of the books he wrote. John Calvert, biography, 1987. The Great Raymond. I have it, but I didn't pull it. I have it over here someplace. I want to show you. He wrote the biography of Survey Leroy. I also have that one. The Houdini Code. I also have the Houdini Code. S.S. Adams, High Priest of Pranks and Merchant of Magic. The Mind Readers, Masters of Deception. I have that one too. Pleasant Nightmares. Ed Patterson, Milbourne Christopher, Canon, and Weird and Awesome Wonders. I've got most of them. Most of the work that he's done, I have. Now, my 3 favorites are these. Weird and Awesome Wonders. I did a review of this. I don't know if I posted it or not. That's weird, isn't it? I don't believe I posted it, so look forward to my review of Weird and Awesome Wonders. Now this, I was at a magic flea market. If if you don't go to magic flea markets, look for them. They're really the place. And this was sitting on a table, and I picked it up for a fraction of the book price, and it's one of my favorites, written by William Rauscher, because it's about the sideshow, it's about the carnivals, it's about, in my opinion, the good stuff in magic. And this is his personal reflections of his journey through that particular area. Bill Neff, man, if you watch this vlog, you know that the Midnight Ghost Show is probably my favorite genre of magic. I mean, it doesn't exist anymore, but this guy, Bill Neff, was the king of that show. And here he is, William Rauscher. He writes the biography of Bill Neff, and it's just, and he explores the relationship between Bill and Jimmy Stewart in here, which is, you know, it's fantastic. And then of course, if you, I don't know if you're an international magician or if you're outside of this of the East Coast of the United States, if you necessarily know, but if it wasn't for George Gobel, I probably wouldn't be a magician today. George, my father was a pack master when I was a Cub Scout, and he hired George Gobel to do a magic show for us. And so that was my first exposure, and I was hooked at that point. I'm 8 years old, I'm hooked. I see George Gobel, I'm in love with magic from that moment. But a few years later, and it was 1971, a few years later, George is doing his full illusion show in a high school theater. And my dad takes me to see it. It was the first time I'd ever seen the Ajra levitation illusion. And a number of other illusions, the crystal casket, the mummy, sarcophagus. I mean, this was long before Doug Henning. And so I spent time with George. George retired. I spent time with George. I would go over to his house regularly, and I would beg him to write his biography. And he's, no. And I said, well, can I write? No. Well, he consented to let William Rauscher do it. And William Rauscher did a wonderful job. And so I'm very grateful to the contributions that he has made to our art. And again, I don't want to do something exhaustive, but I did want to call your attention to this great man and to our loss as a community. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below. I love your comments. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. Have a great day.